right? You got the Raider Stadium, you got the Sphere. You know, like Vegas is going to be boom. It is booming, and I believe it will continue to boom. So, especially like people, if we go into recession, okay, you might not go to Europe, you might not go to Mexico, but you might do 2 days in Vegas, right? I mean, Vegas is supposed to be recession proof, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I was in Vegas back in February. It was my first time spending several days there. I had visited years ago, but I was just during the day and I was just kind of driving through. But spending my first few nights there in February, man, that place is unlike anywhere else in the U.S. It's not my kind of fun. I'm more of a international parks kind of guy, but it was surely worth the cheap flight. I mean, getting there from Southern California, like $19 maybe if you're booking it last minute. You're spending $35, $40. It's very cheap to get
Jesus
over there
fucking
from the
Christ.
area.
Is that shit subsidized
I
or
know, guys.
bullshit?
Yep, it's an opportunity to go there at that price. You could fly there from Southern California and just go for the night and then come home. Like it's so cheap.
Yeah, you got Formula One that also has a racetrack in Vegas now. So that,
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's huge. That's going to be huge.
which if you don't want to go to fucking Monaco to go see a fucking race, you go to fucking Vegas instead.
They had to like reinforce the Vegas Strip. There's all kinds of money they threw down there.
Hell yeah. America remains undefeated.
I see Case. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Buddy, I see you in the audience. You wanted to have a discussion one time about, I believe it was about Bed Bath, so I'm going to invite you up if you want to chit chat. But I'm probably going to wrap this up anyway soon. We're at about 5:48 here on the West Coast, so
We
invite
need to do.
anyone.
We bring up the guy named Ho Chi and ask him and talk to him about Tesla. He was thinking Tesla was going to triple in 2022, 2023. That Ho Chi, is Tesla still going to triple in 2023?
I've invited him up. We'll see if he comes up.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Joe?
Good. How are you?
So what's up? You still
So you
you
were
still hate
you
us?
were anti. Go ahead.
Do you still hate us, or we're good?
No, I've never look. I've never hated anyone. I've never hated
Yeah,
anyone. I Are you pro? I can't remember. Were you pro Bed Bath or for anti Bed Bath? I know you
I'm
love
a pro. I'm a
Bill,
pro.
but
I'm a
pro.
pro. I am. I'm a pro Bed Bath and Beyond. And all right, Joe is listening. So let me say something. Some people they they say Joe is not good. For me, under, as a person that I understand Ryan Cohen, and I am sure Joe is a good guy. If he's not what I'm saying right now, and I really respect Joe very much, I if I if Joe is not good, no way Ryan Cohen will have an interview with him. All right. So Joe, you're my brother. We didn't meet yet, but hopefully one day we're gonna meet. I don't know why Rod Osman needs. I mean, I don't know what's going on between you guys and the community of Bed Bath and Beyond. But as I understood it this way, probably you don't want to have any issues because of that interview. I totally understand that. I totally respect that. And this is how I see it. As far as Bed Bath and Beyond, GameStop, I see both communities are under the same umbrella, which is Ryan Cohen. And if I'm invested in Bed Bath and Beyond, it's not about the company. It's once again, it's because of Ryan Cohen. I love the guy, and probably you've seen my video with that idiot Jim Cramer, and it, I'm willing to do anything for Ryan and for the success of this guy because I see what he's doing, what the change he's bringing to the financial market. It's something huge, and all of us we have to respect that guy.
Right, I'm with you. I respect Cohen quite a bit. I think you're right on the head that he clearly did the interview with GMEdd out of uh, respect as well for the publication. He's smart enough, he's wealthy enough to have done his due diligence, done some background on who he'd be speaking with. I don't think it was random that he reached out to us and asked us to do the first at length interview he'd ever conducted in his professional career. So it was truly an honor. But he did say, I mean, he sold Bed Bath. He got out of the company. Told me during the interview that his thesis changed and he wasn't interested in being invested any longer. So I don't understand the logic behind him still being involved. I think trying to blame it on some some bookends with butterflies on them lining up with the name of the bankruptcy uh, company, it doesn't fly. No pun intended in my book. I, there's nothing to indicate to me he's still invested. Spoke with him recently in the last few weeks. Didn't come up. Didn't mention it. I've also been subpoenaed over Bed Bath and had to provide all of my related communications with Cohen to the litigation process. But yeah, that's how it is. I mean, the stock's been delisted. It's been more than delisted. It's been canceled, and there's still some people that believe in it. I don't understand believing in it anymore. That's it's just it doesn't make any sense. It's gone. And even if there was to be something made out of the Bye Bye Baby brand or something along those lines, shareholders wouldn't be involved. Like that's part of the cancellation process was that all shareholders would be wiped out. So as we see, Overstock has now purchased the Bed Bath and Beyond brand, and they're even going by Beyond now as their name. Uh, by Bed Bath shareholders are totally uninvolved in that. There's no involvement to compensate the former shareholders. So I just don't get it. I don't expect people to have their shares be canceled and then move on overnight. Say, oh well, I was wrong, and then next day they're waking up, they're jumping out of bed. They're like, oh well, that's how it ended, right? I think people are gonna hold on to that for a while, and it's gonna take time for people to slowly move on. Like I think a lot of the AMC apes have, right? You look at how big that movement was back in 2021, and you look at how big it is now. It's not as nearly as excited and enthusiastic of a base as it used to be. So I think it takes time as well with Bed Bath. But yeah, I mean, curious to hear your thoughts.
Joe, once again, I respect you so much, my brother, and it's only probably few days, if not couple weeks, and we're gonna have. I mean, everything you said. I mean, let me ask you something. I've watched the video. I mean, the interview probably 100 times. All right. Do we, me and you, agree that Ryan said, "I'm not gonna." I learned from being a CEO of Chewy, and I'm not gonna do it again. Yes,
Yeah, I think at that point he didn't want to
but
be the
but
CEO.
but
Right.
what's the position now? He's a CEO. Let me. I mean, even I mean, Ryan is not stupid. He's a very smart guy, extremely smart. All right, and he's not gonna show his cards. Probably, through the interview, there are a lot of tips on that interview. That's why I told you I probably I mean, heard and watched that interview probably 100 times, and there are stuff that he didn't want to say. That, example, the short. He said, "I hate shorts." I've been clear about naked shorting, and there are a lot of things that they're gonna. I mean, we are at the end of the road right now, and once again, I would love to have both communities, GameStop and Bed Bath and Beyond, united because the enemy is too big that all they wanted is to have us divided. Joe, once again, I respect you so much. If you would love, and I would love that you accept, I can set up a space anytime you want, tomorrow, the day after, and then let's work together in approaching both communities. Do you want to join a space for Bed Bath and Beyond, and we can talk?
Talk about what? I mean, what is there? What is there to talk about?
Let's talk about Bed Bath and Beyond. Everything you said here, you told that you said a few minutes ago. Let me and others convince you what's going on.
Look, the company said for months that the shares would be canceled, right? Shares would be extinguished,
Hmm.
and then it happens, and there's no trace of the shares even existing in anyone's brokerage anymore. They're gone. That's it. And
Well, the
as of
shares,
Fidelity,
the
USAA.
shares, the shares, they've been recalled from the brokers because the amount of naked shorting and the amount of synthetic shares is unbelievable. So a lot of, the company, yes, he went to Chapter 11, and I agree with you that the brand Bed Bath and Beyond went to Overstock, Bye Bye Baby went to Dream on Me, but what's gonna happen is a lot of hedge funds, they're gonna go Chapter 7, not even 11. Once this short squeeze is gonna happen, because there will be something else coming, right? Once the short squeeze happens, those hedge funds and those naked short sellers, they're gonna give everything. They will have to give everything. They're gonna go Chapter 7. And you know what? Once again, Ryan is a genius guy.
Look, I everyone's welcome to have their own, investment thesis. I don't see the point on being convinced of a Bed Bath recovery, even if it was, in a long shot world, something that could potentially ever happen. There's no way of even trading the shares; they don't exist anymore. There's no point of even entertaining it because there's no way to even play the game anymore, right? You can't get involved. There's it's just it's over, right? Not saying bye bye baby or any of the other brands couldn't be brought back to life on their own, but that would again not include prior BBBYQ shareholders. But I want to ask you something anyway because I'm wrapping up here in about a minute. So your pinned tweet, crinkle fries, is this a restaurant you started? What is this?
That's my own trademark. That's a restaurant that I own, and my goal is to have it as a franchise in the future. I'm waiting for the money that is going to come from the short squeeze, which is going to be a lot of money, and this is my goal.
Okay, now this is
And
interesting. The restaurant I've never um
yeah, it is. It's a
seen this.
trademark. I own that trademark.
Okay, all right. So you've got restaurants. What do they serve? Is it just different kinds of French fries? Is it one?
French fries, burger. It was a Mediterranean like food, but I've noticed and I learned that the best thing is to have burgers and French fries, and that's gonna be the main goal of that franchise.
Okay. All right. No, I
But
didn't know. Didn't know you
but
did
let
that.
me
That's
ask you
cool.
something, Joe. You said you spoke to Ryan. I don't wanna speculate on that. But I'm sure you heard about the trademark Teddy.
What do you mean about the trademark? I know he trademarketed the term back when he was selling the children's books.
No, no. Okay, so basically, let me explain to you something. So
All right, you've
you
got like 2
people,
minutes, and I'm gonna have to wrap it.
all
But
right,
we'll talk.
even
Yeah,
1 minute.
let's
So
hear it.
there is a company called Teddy Holdings LLC incorporated last year in Delaware, correct?
I'm not
Right?
sure. I'm
Okay.
not sure. I don't know how
All
to
right.
pull it up.
So let me give you this information. So there is a company called Teddy Holdings LLC incorporated in Delaware last year, and that company was incorporated by Ryan Cohen. For Ryan to get the trademark Teddy, which is registered right now worldwide, UK, Germany, all the Europe, China, the US, Mexico, that trademark belongs to Ryan Cohen, belongs to Teddy Holdings LLC. All right. For the books, people thought that books are a way for, I mean, that trademark is only to sell books. It's not correct. Why? Because the domain name teddy.com used to be owned by someone else, and that someone else had the trademark teddy.com. For Ryan to acquire and start the trademark Teddy, just the name Teddy, and not falling in something called the likelihood of confusion when you register a trademark, he had to acquire from that person the domain teddy.com. And to show that your domain, I mean your trademark teddy.com is already in use, he had to come up with those 5 books. So what's coming right now is a Teddy. Teddy is going to be the umbrella. Umbrella of what? Of GameStop, of Bed Bath, whatever, not Bed Bath and Beyond, of some other company. And the main goal of Ryan, I'm sure you know the person. I mean, you're lucky to have spoken to him. Ryan on Chewy, he did really compete and beat Amazon. And his goal is not to stop there. His goal is not to be a CEO and chairman of GameStop. His goal is bigger than that. His goal is to go up and compete against Amazon, and he's doing it. And I really appreciate that guy. I mean, anything that, I'll do anything for Ryan Cohen, and time will tell. And thank you, Joe.
Yeah, he did truly spend a huge sum of money, no doubt about it, acquiring all of the Teddy properties. Right, the domain name was probably at least 6 figures, if not 7, and all the different trademarks globally. Very interesting for him to do that for some children's books. He didn't have to do that to sell those books, that's for sure. But it's possible is done in honor of his father, right? He's always talking about his father and how much he influenced his life. He's spoken to me about his father and the importance of him and guiding him through business and teaching him business fundamentals and how much he respects him. And the website clearly honors his father in multiple locations. So it could be a big part of that. It could be, right, like you're speculating that he's hoping to build more of a fully fledged children's brand, maybe an e-commerce website, similar to what Chewy did for dogs. Teddy could do for baby products. Who knows? But regardless, none of this has anything to do with Bed Bath. At least shareholders would not be involved. The shares have been extinguished, they've been canceled, they've been essentially deleted from everyone's brokerage, and the stock no longer exists. It's a shame. This many people lost money. I mean, the market cap was still near 100 million when it was canceled. If it not, I think it might have been higher. But it is a shame. I think a lot of people.
Joe, can you do me a favor? Can you bring up Squeezes to speak?
Not today. I see him here in the audience. I see we got Kyle. Look, I don't want to open the can of worms. I've just
All
never
right,
spoken with you, Kai, so I wanted to
no
invite you
problem.
up,
So let me
have a
let me
brief
ask you something.
conversation.
Do you have
But
any free time tomorrow or the day after? I will set up a space, and then you come and join as a VIP host. I mean, once again, let me tell you something, Joe. Once again, I'm gonna say it. I'm sure you've been selected because you're not a bad guy. I totally respect you, and once again, I would love you're reunited again. Let's do it. So just DM me whenever you want, and I can set up a space, and we can be, let's unite the communities, man. Let's do it.
Well, I appreciate it. I do. I appreciate it. I'll have to get back to you on that. No, of course I don't like seeing any retail investors lose money. I don't like ridiculing people. It's not what I'm about. I try to keep things pretty level headed. Back when I would write, stories on GMEdd.com about GameStop, I would post, both bullish news and sometimes the bearish news, right? I try to cover things from all angles. That's what I think, any informed investor needs to do. So
Sure.
I definitely appreciate speaking to everyone. I don't want to just hear people that confirm my existing thoughts and beliefs. I think that's a really ignorant way of learning about the markets. But with that, thank you for coming up to speak. I'm gonna wrap it here because we're about 7 minutes over our current time slot.
All right.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. We host these every Wednesday on at GMEdd. It's a market open mic, so if you want to come talk stocks every week, try and talk about stocks. And we also host the Wookin Review on Fridays at the market close. So if you want to come, I see Rod requesting to speak. Rod, have you made it back? I'll invite you up, Rod.
All right, Joe. Joe, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I'm
Rod.
gonna leave, and I'll wait for your DM whenever you want. When you're free, whenever you're free, let's make a space for both communities.
No, that's
right?
not going to happen.
Right.
You
All right,
should
Rod.
be in jail, sir. Quite frankly, it's disgusting what you've done to people, and it's sickening. So hopefully we'll never speak with you again. I just got done out of the shower, jumped into hearing this craziness. So, Joe, it was nice of you to humor this clown, but he's quite literally a criminal that should be in jail. Anyways, good night, everyone.
All right, with that, good night, everyone. Tune into the Look and Review on Friday at the close on @Wook Capital, and the market open mic every Wednesday here on this account. So, good night, everyone.